Hi everybody, my name is Sheena. Thank you so much for purchasing one of our Take and Paint kits. We are very excited to be offering these to you right now. I just wanted to go ahead and make sure that you guys have all of the instructions you need to have this be a success for you at home. So that is why I'm making this video for you. I want to show you a couple of different things, little tips and tricks that I've learned over the years of painting. You all should have a number 2 brush. It looks like this. And I just want to make sure you know exactly how to get your paint on your brush. Make sure you dip it in the water, wipe it on the edge of your cup, and slide it through your paint. When I say slide it, this is what I mean. Go back and forth, and then I wipe it all the way off the edge of my plate, and I fill up my bristles with the paint. That also gives me a really straight bristle line so that when I go to trace something, I can make, if I go really slowly, I can make a very nice, very thin line. The first thing I want to show you on here is how to make little curls for the hair. Some of our kits are unicorns and they have really cute curly hair, but I just want to show you how to make them. You start in one spot, kind of curl it around, and then it becomes awkward. So you have to lift up your bristles, and then I start back down here and just finish the curl by going back into the same spot. So that's how I first make a curl. And you can do it different directions. You can make it all over and just have fun with it. Make it your own. Now I also want to talk about our date night painting. Some of our date nights have a lot of blending in the background. So to blend different colors into each other, you want to make sure both of the colors are wet. I'm going to use this brush for blending. I'm going to make sure it's a little bit damp. You don't want it dripping down the canvas, but you do want it to be a little bit damp so that you can blend the two colors together. Now I'm just using green and blue as an example to show you today. But what you want to do is get one color on the canvas, go back and forth, move it all around, and then pick up the other color. You can put it next to it over here. You go down into the first color and you pull it back up into the second color. When you go down and up or side to side from one color to the next, it helps blend those colors together very nicely. All right, now I want to teach you about clouds. A lot of people have a hard time with clouds, but I love making clouds. I'm going to use white in that little section that I just made. I'm going to bounce back to this smaller brush. But when you think of a cloud, I'm going to do little dots. I'm going to make them into this really fun circle shape. And at the end, I'm going to make sure that it drags away. When you make a cloud, you want to make them poofy and feathery, light, and then you fill it all in, and all it is a bunch of dots, constantly dotting. And I use each side of the brush, kind of make different marks around the top of the clouds, and then underneath. You can add different colors underneath of your clouds too to give them different highlights or lowlights. There we go. And that is how I make my clouds. But just make sure that the top part is poofy and then it kind of goes down from there. And it tapers away. And it's the same thing for waves. I love making waves. I am actually going to make a blue wave down here for you to see. If any of you purchased the date night with the heart in the water over here, this is how you're going to want to do some of those waves. So you can make some very elongated Z's like that. You can make little hills and then slowly pull your brush away and off of the canvas. Make sure you do it on both sides though, so that it looks more like a wave. Waves tend to fade out, fade away. And then you just continue making these into a heart shape for that. or make it messy along the beach. Just make lots of little squiggly lines. But make sure you give them with that tail. This little tail right here is what really helps it look like a wave. Okay? And then for the greenery up here, you want to make sure that you're using different colors, not just one. So you want to alternate the colors. Now for making the palm trees, we're just going to flick. You're going to start in one spot and just kind of give it a little flick. Start in one spot, flick it away. There we go. And by giving it that flick, you're just rotating your wrist, and it uses the other side of the brush to make that point up at the top. Now that I have some blue in there, I'm gonna clean off my brush a little bit, try it on my paper towel, and get some green. You wanna alternate all of the different colors of the land. There's yellow, there's green, mix them so that it looks like there's different kind of plants hanging out on this greenery area, this little island. And then down at the bottom, after you make these little bushy palm tree looking things, you just make these little swirls. So you lay your brush flat, just make little swirls in different directions. You just twist the brush. There we go. And that's just done by the side of the brush. So you lay it flat, twist, flat, twist. Okay? And that's how you get these little tiny guys. But feel free to put two colors on your brush at the same time. Experiment with it. Have some fun with it. And make sure you communicate with each other. That's one of the biggest things when you're doing this project, and it's super fun to do that. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about is our paints. So they are acrylic, but they are water-based. So what you want to do is make sure you're adding plenty of water to your bristles every time you pick up your paint. That'll really help your painting shine, and it'll help it absorb into the canvas and flow nicely across your painting. If you have any questions, please make sure that you give us a message on Facebook, and we would be happy to reply and help you with any questions that you have. All right, have fun.